Phil Hemphill from P. Randolph Financial Group. Today's subject, I'll get right to it, is where is your money? Where is your increase? And why is your life where it is? I'll start by saying a great executive I've met said to me at a time that a company can always pay you more than they're paying you. A company can always pay you more than they're paying you. Now, there are some covenants with that. First, do you do a good job? Do you do a great job? Or do you do an exemplary job? Those are all great things that you want to make sure you're doing every day because you have put your interview and your promise to that company you'll do those things. Now, that won't get you an increase by itself. Probably won't get you an increase at all, according to this executive. What he said to me was basically, you have to do a job one or two levels above where you're at and become irreplaceable. Again, do a job that's 1 to 2 levels above where you're at and be irreplaceable. So that means that doing a great job, fantastic job, won't get you there by itself. So keep that in mind first. Are you doing a job happily and joyously 1 to 2 levels above where you are? Are you irreplaceable? Secondly, when I was at Chase as a manager many years ago, the teams that I would be part of would have, well, the whole department I was in anyway, would have a goal of coach you up, coach you out. Coach you up, coach you out. What that means essentially is they will promote and promote and promote you all the way up. That's a benefit. That's a good thing in an organization. But they also coach you out. And the coach you out part was when you would get to top of scale, you're a teller, you're a sales rep, you're a banker, you're an assistant manager, district manager, whatever you were. If you were at the top of the pay scale for that position, they would start to coach you out if they couldn't coach you up. They would coach you up to the wall. And what that means is they would coach you up to whatever you could handle. And they would do a darn great job of pushing you to that wall. Family, regardless, other things, didn't matter. What mattered was to coach you up, coach you out. Like for me, for example, I took on a great promotion. I just sat down with my boss and essentially said, I thought about 3 positions I wanted. And I told him I wanted one particular pay scale. And at that point, I was plausibly irreplaceable. I believe in myself, obviously, but I got the position and I got the raise. I got the exact raise I asked for, which told me I didn't ask for enough, but that's a different conversation for a different day. So I got coached up. In that position, I got to a ceiling where I wanted to go somewhere different, and that's why I left the organization. So that's the next part of my conversation. Where's my money? Where's my increase? Where am I at? Well, let's say, for example, people always use the janitor as the example. Janitorial is not a bad job. It's a great honorable position. But let's say, for example, you're cleaning this office building and you're making a certain amount of dollars per hour. You're the best. Let's say you are the best cleaning person this company has. There's only so much they can pay for that job. So the only way, thinking about the coach you up, coach you out part, the only way to get ahead of that is become the janitorial supervisor that supervises all the people that are in that position, or to leave the organization and get your own company where instead of you getting a margin, you're getting all of it. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you're cleaning a building and you're cleaning a building for someone else, they can't give you all the money because they got to get paid too. And they got to supply you with equipment and things of that nature. So there's a margin, there's a number. But if you become the leader of that position, then you will get all the profit. Now, you will also get all the pain and stress. Remember that. Every company you ever dealt with has a situation where they started somewhere or they hit a wall at some time. Again, every company you've ever dealt with either started lower and smaller. Well, all of them start lower or smaller. But if you believe, well, some companies or some people start out with a silver spoon and start with money. Okay, let's say they did. Every last one of them hit a wall somewhere where they had to climb over and keep going. And that is where you would have to go. So keep that in mind. So again, the lessons for today are: one, every company can pay you more. It's not necessarily for the job you are doing. You may be at the top of the scale that they will pay or are willing to pay for that position. So you will have to go up, and you will lose friends and become enemies with certain people and become friends with other people because of your position. That's the first thing. Secondly, coach you up, coach you out. You have to coach yourself to a position where you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps up and keep wanting to go up. It's going to be painful. It's going to be hurtful. Another key, you have to ask for it once you get there. If you are the best and you are irreplaceable and phenomenal at your position, phenomenal, and they do not want to replace you, but you never ask for anything more, you won't get anything more. Think about every relationship you've ever had. If you ask for something, in that relationship, you're likely to get it. If you don't ask for it, that other person, they may love you, you may be awesome. But at the end of the day, why are they going to put in more effort when you're cool with what you're getting? No point in that. There's a love there, there's a moral side of it, but there's no point in that. Let's just be real. When you think about service, in the position you're in, do you joyfully do that position? And again, are you doing the job 1 to 2 steps up? 1 to 2 steps up. Keep this in mind. It's going to be phenomenal for your future, phenomenal for your life. It's going to be, the work is going to be there for you. If you want what you want when you want it, you also have to look at other opportunities outside of the place you're at. You may need to start that business. You need to start that company. That's going to be painful. It's going to require investment. It's going to require you to cut your pockets. But you're going to have to do that. Another thing to keep in mind, skills. I don't ever want to lose this. If you want to do HVAC, if you want to drive a truck, if you want to be a financial advisor, whatever you want to do, there's usually some set of skills you have to train for and pay for to do. So keep that in mind also. If you get to a wall where you truly believe you've written down the steps, you've done all the things that need to be done, and you can't get that next spot up, find out, research the skills, the education, the vocational, the hands-on, the trainings, whatever it is that you need, find that and see if that's what's holding you back. Because some positions, if you want to be a lawyer, you have to have a law degree. There's no way around that. You can take the bar, but they won't allow you to take the bar without a law degree. You can be a financial advisor, but you need at least a associate's degree or something. So, keep that in mind. There are certain things that are required in certain positions that you may want. So today, love you all. Keep power, keep strength, keep moving toward your goals. But remember, are you doing the job 1 to 2 levels up? Are you doing it joyously? Are you finding the skills needed? Are you asking for the deal once you get there? And are you being brave with what you get from that? Phil Hemphill, P. Randolph Financial Group, thank you so much for your time.